rewriting your life. Not just the part that matters the most, but those haunting scenes that make anger and panic rise in your throat at the domestic quarrels of strangers, the same sort that makes my pulse pound in my ears to drown out that saccharine alcohol voice of the women 2 booths away, erasing, replacing the longings that arose from want, the causes of your jacket fetish, the causes of the bathtub in my parents' yard, the causes of all old patterns stumbling on to renew themselves, of personal quirks and other small tortures. The children we are. I've added a child with chink eyes to those bruised souls whose lives I rewrite on my bluest days and in the midst of my happiest moments. Some part that seems physical surges with a longing to repair the past. The aches in our bones are memories, I'm told. The tearing and the stitching of our flesh, not the physical wear of age. Really small, but impossible hopes dreamed endlessly in smoke-filled pool halls, in one-room cold water flats. Dreams of grease-spattered arms taking shorthand, legs crossed at the ankles just above a pair of black patent leather pumps. The little tug in our voices we wash down with complimentary water at public podiums and in banquet halls. It is the pull of the small store of joy of a people born poor, studying in school to be ashamed. It is the shiny marbles our children shot across muddy schoolyards and then washed in line neatly to dry. It is fresh winter snow served with cream and sugar, nickel tent movies, and hurrah for the 4th of July. It is your memories too now that raise the flesh on my arms and legs. And perhaps in time, we can ride across the other life with this one, but never enough to obscure it, just enough to make a new pattern, a new design, pitifully inadequate perhaps for all that has happened, but beautiful as only loved pain can be. And so I ride across your life that way with mine. I ride across your life with love that comes from my own pain, and then, of course, I write your face across my pain. So the last author I'm going to read to you today is Christos, and she lives in Washington. So the first one I chose is The Real Indian Leans Against. The real Indian leans against the pink neon-lit window full of the plaster of Paris and resin Indians and beadwork for days with fur trim, turkey feathers dyed to look like eagles, abalone and bones. The fake Indians, if mechanically activated, would look better at the powwow than the real one in the plain jeans. For sale, with no price tag. One holds a bunch of Cuban rolled cigars. One has a solid red bonnet and bulging eyes ready for war. Another has a headdress from hell with painted feathers no bird on earth would be caught dead in. All around them are plastic inflatable hot pink palm trees, grinning skulls, shepherd beer steins, chuckling checkbooks, black rhinestone cats, and a blonde blow-up fuck-me doll for horny men who want a hold that will never talk back. There are certainly more fake Indians than real ones, but this is the U.S. of A. What else can you expect from the land of sell? Your grandma sell her land, sell your ass. You too could have a fake Indian in your parlor who never talks back. Fly in the face of it. I want a plastic white man. I can blow up again and again. I want turkeys to keep their feathers, and I want non-feathered variety to shut up. I want to bury those Indians dressed like cartoons of our long dead. I want to live somewhere where nobody is sold. A smoky topaz ring is missing. She accused on Proxylin memo pad paper. When I arrived there to clean, she sees clients for therapy, Lives alone in her 3-room No Valley Manor house, poor thing. Always hated to clean that place with its combination of Chinese, English, baronial, and Swedish modern furniture. As though she couldn't quite decide which place she didn't come from she should imitate. Each room a different hideously monotonous combination of decorated red and pink, or blue and green, or tan and gold. My eyes hurt from bad art. Plastic tablecloths, throw pillows with cute daisies, her bilious orange and pink bathroom with black tile trim. Judy rode me there and back, reluctance in my arms. $16.50. Not really enough to be worth 2 hours travel by bus. But she was a friend of my therapist, so I did battle with her insidious hairs and lonely dust. The time before her note, I did extras out of guilt for disliking her so much, with her sheets over the rugs and furniture to keep me off of the sun, her endless 9-page picky notes, her plants that needed water 2 to 3 days before I got there. Her note tells me 3 times of her vulnerability, how much she's been ripped off by people she trusted. A topaz smoke of rage flew up. Insulting me costs more than she can afford. I wouldn't be so dumb as to steal a ring from where I work, and never one that I wouldn't even give $25 for, or get $25 for in a pawn shop. My answer was to quit. A precise note on drawing newsprint. Later she called to make herself feel better. I was silent as she raved. Said the accusation in her tone was her own fear. I replied that I sincerely hoped she'd find her ring. Well, she answered, I just needed to do this for myself. I hung up, wondering if I should bill her. $50 for the therapy. My therapist said she loved me whether I stole the ring or not. And I said, I'm not coming back here unless you'll agree that you know I didn't. She said it didn't matter. And I said goodbye. It was 10 years before I entered that ring again, this time with no smoke. The Old Indian Granny. Bet you can't pick why I picked this one. The old Indian granny begs silently with the paper cup under the viaduct. Is there every Tuesday on my way to therapy. I give her $1. Today I almost gave her 20 because it's raining, gray and cold. But I remembered my bills, late rent, and how much I owed my therapist who is saving my life. Granny travels with me, her sweet round brown face appears in my dreams. I wonder if she drinks to kill the pain of this graveyard they've made, this new world where her only place is crouched on cement, as thousands hurry by turning away from her need. I used to drink too, use drugs, use men, use words, to chop out a place for myself, to tie off the ache. You told me all about the Indian women you counsel, who say they don't want to be Indian anymore because a white man or an Indian one raped them or killed their brother, or somebody tried to run them over in the street or insulted them, or all of it. Our daily bread of hate. Sometimes I don't want to be an Indian either, but I've never said so out loud before since I'm so proud and political. I have to deny it now, far more than being hungry, having no place to live or dance, no decent job, no home to offer a granny. It's knowing what each invisible breath, that if you don't make something pretty, they can hang on your walls or wear down around your necks, you might as well be dead.